Hello.
First things first, as you know, my name is Blauzdis, and purpose of the interview I'm conducting today with you is to hear your reasons for why you entered the field that you worked in, challenges that you may have faced while you were working, and then how you would describe how you performed your work, and then if you believe that there is or is a difference job.
Okay.
Your name.
My name is Kelly Blauzdis.
Okay, and what was your career?
I was a family law attorney in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania I was licensed to practice in 1998. I practiced until my stroke in 2008. I practiced family law for a period of approximately 10 years.
Okay. What was it about law that appealed to you in the first place?
It was a sense of doing something important that mattered and help people that needed me, particularly children.
You would have had less clients if you were a man. Is it because of the same reason why you think women were better suited at law?
Yes, because in the practice of law, you get a lot of your clients from referrals from other clients. Like if your client is happy with your work, they will recommend you to somebody else. And if they don't think you did a good job in their case, they won't. Different treatment from if a judge is involved with a man.
Clients. Like, do you think they wouldn't trust you as much if you were a man, since you were handling the stuff you had to handle?
Well, all I can say is I think it was helpful. I have clients who were dissatisfied with their male attorneys before they came to me. And their biggest complaint was he just didn't understand. He just didn't understand. Didn't seem to care. So to answer your question, I would say absolutely yes. In their case, they won't recommend their family and friends to come see you. So I would say yes.
Okay, and then
I go ahead.
what were aspects of your practice that you didn't like?
The aspect that I did not like was it could be you could become emotionally invested in your case's outcomes. And if you do not get the outcome that your client would like, you take it very personally, which I did.
Do you think do you think it's more like male attorneys?
Do you think male attorneys would not take it as personally as I did?
Yeah.
I would say no, because I in the practice in the course of my practice, I became very good friends with other male attorneys, and when we were on the same cases, and I would take it personally, and they would not. They just talk about, oh well, you can't win everything.
Is it so? Going off of something that you just said, it's unlikely to be friends with male attorneys for female and male attorneys to be friends.
In family law, only a small number of attorneys practice family law. So you're likely to see the same group of attorneys on different cases that you have. So, and when you're practicing law, you tend to have the same attorney on the opposite side of the case. So obviously, of course, you become friends with those attorneys.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see what my next question is. So, why did you choose to practice family law instead of another field?
When I was in law school, I was a law clerk for a family law firm in Pittsburgh. So I got to know a little bit about family law. I kind of liked it. So my first real legal job was legal aid, I did a lot of family law there too. So my first legal experience for the first couple of years was custody case and divorces. So I liked it. So I decided to practice what I knew. So I just practiced family law. So I've already done before.
Was there anything else you were thinking about?
The family law.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in law school, I was a certified legal intern for CYS, Child Protective Service in Allegheny County, Pennsylvania, and I was really thinking about maybe doing that and going to work for Child Protective Services in the county and those kind of things, but that just didn't pan out. So I had to go with the job that hired me. The job that hired me was legal aid. So if the Child Protective Services, the county's Child Protective Services hired me, I wouldn't be working there instead of doing family law. I would still be working in juvenile court, which is what I did when I was in law school.
Was it difficult for you to get your first job out of school? No.
Absolutely, it was. When you take the bar exam, you cannot get a job as an attorney until you know whether you pass the bar or not. And in Pennsylvania, sometimes it takes days. You may not get the result for up to a month. So I had to wait. I had to wait that whole month from the time I took the bar exam in July until the bar results came out at the end of the summer. So until you get the bar result, tell you whether you pass or not, you can't practice law until you know you pass. And once you pass, you still that's not. You have to be admitted to practice law by the Supreme Court of the state in which you want to practice. So in PA, it's the Supreme Court of PA that has to admit you. So you still have to find somebody who will sponsor you. So it is kind of a law drawn-out process. So I would say, in total, that the hardest part about practicing law is taking the bar exam and then waiting all the time between the bar exam and when you can actually practice law, and the hoops you gotta jump through in order to do it. That's the hardest part.
Things set yourself apart from the other lawyers in your field? What made you different?
I was able to memorize more cases than other attorneys. So actually, to know more about the laws, the current state of the law than other attorneys did. So I was able to memorize it, keep it in my brain, and being able to use it when necessary.
Did people not expect that from you, or?
Probably not, because it was shocking to me. The most shocking part to me it was the number of attorneys you actually know that didn't know what the law is. That includes judges too. They didn't know what the law was. What the law is.
Did you make any?
I'm sorry, what?
Did it make anybody mad that you knew more than them?
Absolutely, it did. Judges sometimes do not like to be told that they really don't know what, that they're really they really don't know I'm not much about the family law as they should. And sometimes when they're thin-skinned, they have the tendency to get like to be like a Judge Judy, be a little annoyed. And if that's the case, then they may or may not rule in your favor. Unfortunately, you got to do a lot of butt kissing. In a courtroom, particularly if you weren't successful about being polite and tell the judge, no, you're an idiot. That's not what the law says. You know, you don't want to ace Judge Judy. You really don't.
I'll never live it down. So then, why would a client choose you over another lawyer?
Because of personal recommendations from their family, friends, and your personal rapport with people. And the client comes in for a consultation with me first, and they spend about an hour with me, telling me about their case. And it depends a lot on whether or not they like me, whether or not they trust me to do a good job for them. That's basically it.
Did you usually take every case that law?
Usually. A lot of the times I was appointed, but the court appointed me. I took all of those. But in the cases where it was a private client, I did take a lot. There were some that I just couldn't because they're complex. They couldn't afford me. That's the other thing. They just could not afford. They couldn't afford to hire me. So in that case, I couldn't take those cases. If not, I would recommend another attorney for them to see. I would send someone to someone I thought that they could afford. That they could afford to hire them.
Because that way you'd still be helping them somehow.
Right. Because, like I said, I practice in a very small county, and you have a tendency to know what all the attorneys charge per hour.
Mm-hmm.
I like to. I have a lot of the good friends, attorneys, PO attorneys. I would usually send my clients to them if I couldn't help them, because I have a lot of faith that they will do a good job, and that way I could keep tabs on them. And sometimes I help them by talking to the other lawyer about their cases and make sure the case is going okay.
A lot of information, and as a writer, letting me interview you.
Oh, you're more than welcome. I hope I was informative.